Back with Bobby and JJ Radio. This has been all about the moms and the babies, and we're going to finish up with Miss Stephanie Reyna. She's a San Antonio native. Went to Providence.
Yes, Providence High School.
Which is the fighting...
Leprechauns.
Leprechaun?
Province.
The what?
Province.
See, I don't even believe it anymore. She's now in San Antonio College. She's married and has a 2-year-old daughter who knows over 400 signs.
Yes.
I learned 5 today.
Does.
Bobby learned the wrong 5 today. So tell us about your business.
So we work with children birth to 5 years old. Most of the time, I can actually teach older children, but my certification as of now.
No, I believe that. Now you have my stamp of approval.
But as of now, it's birth to 5 years. We teach communication for the parents and the child. It is required for parents to be there. I don't just teach the child.
Because if he can't communicate with anyone. Yeah.
There's no, what was the benefit if the parent doesn't know how to communicate with the child?
Just talking to himself or herself.
It's repetition with the child.
Sure.
So as of right now, we do workshop style classes.
Sure.
So they're on Sundays twice a month, and we do it for about an hour and a half. Learn about 40 to 45 signs during that time frame. But during the week, I post videos for the families on Facebook, and they can go back and see what they missed or if they forgot something.
Sure.
And then they get to go back home, and they have to work with the child in order for this to work, obviously.
What made you want to start your business?
I was actually asked by my daughter's sign teacher. I found a lady when I found out I was pregnant. I decided I was going to go, and I wanted sign language for my child regardless of being deaf or hearing. And I never really even gave it a thought, is my child going to be born deaf? I just thought communication, it's valuable not only to us but to them.
Sure. And
to be able to tell me what she wants or he wants. I didn't even know if it was a boy or girl at that time. I was only 2 months pregnant, so we found out very early that we were pregnant. And I researched around San Antonio, couldn't find anybody in San Antonio, so I found somebody in Austin, and she actually told me about somebody in San Antonio. All my research, I just couldn't find anybody here. And so I contacted her. My daughter started at 5 months old only because of work, and I'm still breastfeeding, but it's just a lot coming home, and like Allison said, it's just a lot for a mom to come home and
then teach a language.
Yes, and then teach a language. So we bought baby signing time DVDs, and I started learning just so that way I would know, and I'd sign her little things. But then we started at 5 months, her classes. She didn't sign until she was 11 months old. But
so it took 6 months for you working with her.
So is that usually when they start learning to sign?
You want to present it as soon as birth because they're receptive. Their little receptive abilities are there, but they may not be able to express it. Yeah.
Or have the motor skills.
And even when they do start signing, their motor skills aren't up to par. So
they're
more maybe like this, or like clapping hands instead of the fingertips together. So, or it might just be like pointer fingers hitting together, and that's more for them. But you, as a parent, are able to still understand what they're saying.
Sure.
So, long story short,
makes life easier, right?
It's extremely
if you know what they
easy.
want. Because usually you just remember when my son was at that age, I was like, it was just, I guessed all the time, like, why is this dude upset? Like, what's wrong with him? Like, why won't he just send me an email or text me?
Maybe he was allergic to dad.
He was allergic to me, yeah.
Well,
but I mean, I'm sure it can make everything that much easier.
Yes, and my daughter has, as of now, she knows, like you said, about 400 plus signs. We go to the zoo, she knows all the animals.
Awesome.
She knows trees outside, she knows everything. Let's go to the park, let's go here, let's go there. And my mother-in-law actually lives with us, so she had to learn sign because she used it so much that you couldn't understand her if you didn't know what sign she was doing. So we had to teach my mother-in-law. She surpassed my husband. My husband, he's like, what is she saying? What is she signing? And now she's speaking, but sometimes she'll still just sign. And
so what are the first signs that you can teach a baby, you feel like?
I feel the first ones that are really important are milk.
Of
so
course.
just squeezing your hand
together.
together.
That one. Bobby knows
milk.
That one.
Water.
Certified.
Water. Just tapping a W on your chin. Then there's cracker, so it's kind of like you're knocking your elbow. Cracker. Cereal is kind of like you're cleaning your chin. Juice, you can do like a J by your mouth. I think outside is actually important because if you're gonna go outside and play, you're just shaking your hands. I think those ones are probably the most important.
Yeah, because what else? They're not gonna give you a dissertation on anything else.
They don't
and
know
eat, of course. Just
How about
eat.
dictionary? How do you sign dictionary? No, they don't need that one?
Book.
Okay.
You can sign book. I think that would be easier for a baby.
So how long does it take a baby to learn sign language? You feel? I'm sure
I
it's
think it
different,
just depends on how often the parent uses it.
Yeah, how committed the parent is, right?
Yeah, if you're not committed to it, then they may learn a few signs here and there. But if you're not constantly doing it and interacting with them using the language, then it's just not going to happen.
So do you feel? I mean, did your daughter just like say, "I don't have to talk now because I know everything"?
No,
right?
no.
She
started actually talking right after she started signing.
Really?
So, and like I said,
I always wondered that. I was like, man, why would I talk? I mean, I can just,
Yeah. And then
just tell this dude more and then get it over with.
No, and then at 18 months, she started speaking Spanish also.
Wow. So she's trilingual.
Yes. So she knows English, Spanish, and sign language.
Very, very impressive. So you have classes twice a month, every other Sunday, it seems like. You have a Facebook page?
I do have a Facebook page.
What's the Facebook page?
It's Little Signers with Stephanie.
Little Signers with Stephanie.
Yes.
And what's your website blog?
It is www.adventuresofbeanandme. BEAN.
Adventures of Bean and Me.
Yes.
I should have taken that because it feels like me and Bobby all the time.
I nicknamed when I first saw
JG's
my
Bean.
first ultrasound, I named my daughter Bean because she looked like Little Bean, and everybody calls them Peanuts, and I was like, no,
Everybody calls
Little
JJ Bean.
Yeah.
What a coincidence.
It's
My
weird.
mother-in-law was like, no, you can't call her Bean.
I like lentils. So
He goes by frijol though.
yeah,
It's in Spanish.
frijolito. So you can check me out. Check out Facebook page is Little Signers, and check out her classes every other Sunday. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you
See
for
you
having
next
us.
week. See you next week.
Bye.